This is Undergroundopolis.
Wear your boots to preach a Sunday, but I'm listening to Eric Church. Deacons ain't the judges, but I can't go in on buzzing, so I still wear my beer shirt. And I'm not saying I like the attention, but I'm looking for a blessing. I'm only in it for 45 minutes, so I'm not gonna be stressing. I got a Yeti in my truck full of ice cold beer, 4-wheel drive, and the sky's all clear. Put a drink in my hand on the radio. Doesn't matter what I wear to church, Jesus don't care, whatever works. Breaking the dress code once won't hurt. Wear my beer shirt in church. To wear my beer shirt in church. Mama's in the choir, she don't like my attire, but she's smiling up there anyway. She later said, son, it's worse than smacking on gum when we bow our heads and pray. And I'm not saying I like the attention, but I'm looking for a blessing. I'm only in it for 45 minutes, so I'm not gonna be stressing. I got a Yeti in my truck full of ice cold beer, 4-wheel drive, and the sky's all clear. Put a drink in my hand on the radio. Doesn't matter what I wear to church, Jesus don't care, whatever works. Breaking the dress code once won't hurt. Wear my beer shirt in church. Yeah. Don't want this shirt to cause much pain. Is it bad to say I ain't ashamed? It's just thread and cotton put together in a factory. I'm on my business, so why can't you? Yeah, I wear my shirts with mountains blue. Can't you see this shirt just makes me happy? Yeah.
Calm down. I know. I'm pretty. I know, man. Okay. All right, stop. There we go. Welcome to Undergroundopolis, everyone. It's the Wednesday night again. Yes, it is. And we do this every Wednesday night, except next Wednesday, because next Wednesday, and then the Wednesday after that, as a matter of fact, I'm going to take these next 2 weeks off, just in case anybody. Not try to break anybody's heart, but I'm going to take next Wednesday. I'm going to be in Las Vegas, baby. I'm going to be in the city of sin, and I'm not going to give a shit about this show. Oh, sorry. While I'm there, I'm not even going to think about it. And the weekend after that is my birthday, that next Wednesday on the 12th. So there's no show because I'm just going to relax. And I would say I'm going to party, but I don't party anymore. So. My guest tonight, man, I'm rambling on like I always do. My guest tonight, just hey, and by the way, if you're watching on YouTube, click that thumbs up button. Leave a comment. Ask my guest questions. And speaking of guests, tell us who you are, where you're from.
Hey, my name is Stefani Morton. They call me Stefani out here in Nashville. I'm from South Carolina, but I moved to Nashville last October, and I've loved every minute of it. Thank you so much for having me tonight, Rob. I really appreciate it.
You know I dig you.
Thanks for playing our song, Beer Shirt in Church.
It's a good song.
I love that song. Yep, Jack sings it. I wrote that with Jack Samter. That's my last release. I don't really sing everything that gets released. My next song that's coming out, I wrote with Gino Bergio. Gino's pop and metal, and so we're both NSAI, and that's Nashville Songwriting Association International. We met through Tin Pan South seminar about a month or so ago. And so we decided to write a song called Midnight Ride, about mudding at midnight Well, I started typing. See, I got nails. So I started typing, and it came out Mud Night. And I went, oh, wait a minute. Well, let's call this song Mud Night Ride. Well, now it's coming out this coming Tuesday, June 4th. It's through DistroKid, and it will be on all platforms. Mud Night Ride. And he sings it. And just like Jack sings Beer Shirt in Church. And Gino actually sounds like Darius Rucker, which is crazy. And Darius, if you're listening, we want you to sing that song. And I'm headed to Charleston. If I run into him, I'm going to give him a card and say, look, you got to listen to this. But, one can dream, right? But Beer Shirt, most of my songs come from experiences from me teaching in the South, or going to church in the South, or just living in the South. So Beer Shirt was actually, I went to Christmas service, Christmas Eve, and there was a dude in the church I went to taking communion in a Bud Light shirt, and the minister just welcomed him with open arms, and it was the sweetest thing ever. But, the young kids, Christmas Eve, anytime they getting out of church, especially in Charleston, those trucks, they're ready to go out of the boat, so they got their boats packed up. Their trucks packed up and ready to go, sometimes with their boats in the back. And so that song came up, and it's pretty cute. We like it. But thank you.
I used to wear my Motley Crue shirt in church.
Hey, well, they drink beer probably, so it counts. It counts.
The preacher's probably saying, "Hey, meet me out in the parking lot after here."
I don't know. Not that church probably, but who knows? And, a lot of my songs, they teeter-totter on. I've got a couple of worship songs that I've written. And one is called Come Along, and I'm trying to think if I played it. I think I played it. I play at the Room at the Inn, which is the one of the homeless shelters here in town, and I've played it there, and it kind of plays like a Mumford and Sons type of song, but it's about my journey with Jesus. And if the audience doesn't know, I developed sepsis back in August, and my music was pretty deadpan in the water because I moved to Columbia, and there's just wonderful cover artists in Columbia. So I really didn't do covers. I just kind of wrote, and almost died from that sepsis. And I stayed in the hospital for about 2 weeks, and I said, Lord, if you let me live, I'm going to move to Nashville. And I did. And I hit the ground running as much as I can, even though I've got a little limp in my leg from the surgery I had, but it doesn't stop me. I keep going. I'm doing great things. I work for a tour company, Amerighost, and I drive a hearse. That's ironic. And I tell ghost stories about Music Row. So it's real befitting. But, one of the things is Patsy Cline, who is my distant cousin on my dad's side. So she used to come to family reunions and sing at the family reunions when she was younger. And my mamaw used to talk about that. And my mamaw's dad, same side of the family, all these people, my great-grandpa, he played in the Buffalo Bill Cody show. But if you want to know more about my background, you can go to www.stefanimorton.com. And the wonderful people at Broad Street Net, Tom and Deneen, Michaela used to be there, and there's some new people, I think Karen, I can't remember everybody's name. They do a wonderful job sending out email blasts and keeping up with my shows and posting my music, and I really appreciate them. And they have my bio on there. So yeah, but yeah, here I am. And now here I am. I met you at Bobby's Idol Hour, hosted by Steve Fort. Yeah. And I'll never forget that day. And that was the first time I think you were filming something for Undergroundopolis. And I was like, who is this guy? And I was like, so excited. I'm gonna be on podcast. I'm gonna be on podcast. And I thought it was crazy. And I think the day you aired that, I had a show. But and I watched it. And
there was no sound system.
Yeah, it was something crazy about that, but hopefully this is Hopefully this is working. But
Yeah, it works.
yeah,
Yeah, you're fine. There was no
good.
sound system that day. It was crazy. There's no sound, but it sounded really good. And the great thing about it is everybody shut the hell up when somebody played. They did.
Yeah, I know. It's very respectful. It's interesting. Uh, as a songwriter going and playing downtown, um,
Down on Music
it's a
Row.
lot different playing in Nashville than it is playing in other places, and not always the case, but I've been the first time I ever played at the Commodore was an open mic, and I think the second time I played open mic, you and I played open mic because we had been playing at Copper Branch, and I was just amazed people how they just listen because they live on lyrics, they feed off of lyrics here in this town, and basically with my life as being a 56-year-old, which I am. But my heart says I'm 16. But I just want to write, and I want to publish, and I want to get emerging artists to pick up my songs, and that's where I'm at. And I love performing, and I do perform, but I love writing too. I've been writing with some fabulous people. I've been writing David Easterlin, Brittany Evers, Jack Samter, Terry Bacchus, Gina Bergio. There's been a few others. Some of those songs are not finished yet, but they are amazing songs. And when two people come together, it's better for a song because you can really just blow it out the water.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
With
the lyrics.
Do you think you learned about music in speaking of church? Do you think like myself learned about music in church?
So I agree. My mama, she sang in the choir her whole life. She was in musicals. She started putting me in ballet and tap, and I was in. I clogged. I was in the group called the Clogging Cougars when I lived in North Carolina, and I could still clog if my leg let me. And I'm waiting for the hip surgery. And I grew up singing the choir. Now, I'm not a great singer. I have a lot of people contact me, you want lessons. But I'm kind of like gravitated to bluegrass. And I was in the band. So I play flute. I picked up spoons. I used to have a bluegrass duo back in Charleston called Tar and Feather. And we were a hybrid instrumental group where my band partner played a banjo-guitar, which I'm going to start playing a banjo-guitar. I just ordered one. I got a used one. So I'm really excited about that because I think a lot of these songs that my producer, Bob McGilpin, he's amazing. He puts a lot of banjos in a lot of my music. So I figured, I probably won't learn the banjo, but anyway, going back, I can talk for days. Y'all can tell that. I was in the band, played flute, piccolo. I play spoons. I play little ukulele. I used to play a little mandolin when I was younger. I didn't pick up guitar until about 14 years ago, 12, 13, 14 years ago. And so I was probably about 44, 45. And I had this guitar sitting under my sofa table at home. And a teacher friend had given it to me. And I just looked at it for 2 years. And it just sat there collecting dust. Held books, it had a good case. I think it was Washburn. I picked it up and I started playing it. It was too big. I got me a female type of one that cut. And I still have that guitar to this day. And it's back in South Carolina, my little Jasmine. It's a great one. But I taught myself off of seeing something on Shark Tank, and I bought one of those mechanisms, and people still to this day think I have that thing. They said, Stephanie, can we borrow your Shark Tank? And it's that little thing. And my first song I ever played on guitar was Buy Me a Boat or Row Your Boat or something. I'm not sure. I don't know.
You can buy me a boat. I know what that song is.
Listen, I know enough chords to pump out a song, and at least my producer, he can figure out what to do next, or whoever I'm writing with. But I like to write with strong guitar players because I do enough to get by.
That's me on guitar too. Now I played bass with Jack Samter before.
Yeah, Jack's awesome. I mean, he's really good. He's got a new album out. I'm not sure what it is. It's like a rap album, but it's pretty interesting. So I'm proud of him putting music out there. You know, it's fun to like record with people of all different genres, and you know, you have implemented, you know, your instrument to not just be bluegrass. You know, y'all are in that kind of Devo, Frank Zappa band. I love y'all's band. It's great. So you adapt well to that.
I'm sitting. I keep accidentally. I don't mean to. I keep going because I'm sitting on my cajon. I'm actually sitting every now and then. I'm sitting going. Stop it! Sorry, I keep doing it.
Right.
I am. I'm literally sitting on my cajon. I was screwing around with it before the show. So.
I just sold mine, but it sits there. So I said, well, you know, if I try to be a minimalist, one day I'd like to have a van just travel the world and play guitar for like people under trees when the power goes out. There's no more electricity. I'm kidding. But
I always tell I'm sitting on the very cajon. I forgot that last tour. I'm sitting on the cajon that was sat in the kitchen.
Oh yeah, that was the one. Okay, yeah.
We got to the Tennessee state line from Indiana. We started out in Indiana. We was in Indiana, and I said, Jesse, we don't have a cajon. I'm writing everybody. I'm writing, hey man, you got a cajon? I can borrow. I left it sitting right in the kitchen. I remember when I was like, I never put that in the car. I said Kentucky, Tennessee state line too. That's where I was. I'm not turning around. We're going to buy one or something.
Get in trouble in that county line, so watch out. But I have a few things that are coming up. Like I'm going to South Carolina soon, and that's my home state, and I'm going to be doing some family things there. But Monday, I have a show at Uncle Willie's grocery store. It's a really cool grocery store on Main Street, and they sell organic goods and you know, small farm. You know, I don't know. It just neat. It's just a neat place to shop. I'll just put it this way. I don't know all the lingo, but it's just a neat place to shop. And Krista Williams, she is awesome, and she's allowed me to play there. She is just a great gal. I think she's running for town council, but I just adore her. And she's going to let me come in about 4 to 5:30. And then I have another podcast from Columbia, and I've got to go whisk and go be at this other place at 6:30. So that's real exciting. And then it just a lot of shows. I'm going to be playing the Dive Bar in Nashville. It's a pool club and a hotel. I'm going to be playing at CC's in Franklin. I'm going to be playing at Bad Axe. I'm going to be playing in Copper Branch, the Commodore for Debbie Champion. I played there for Jimmy and Annalisa. That was great. Bobby Connell. I'm going to be live in his living room. You can go to stefanimorton.com and see all these dates. I've just changed my website. Not my website. I'm sorry. I just changed my songwriter page. It was the Stefani Morton official because I do a little acting. I changed it to Stefani Morton Music. So that, and now my Instagram are Stefani Morton Music. So just.
That is all our time we have for now. Thank you for listening to Undergroundopolis. Remember, we do this every Wednesday night, bringing you new and exciting artists every week. Be sure to hit up their websites and social media and stream or download their music. If you like this show, please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, any streaming platform, and leave us a review as well. I'm your host, Rob Lyon, signing off.